Yeah. So without further ado, let's get into the video, bro. The title of the video is basically like I'm 24 and I have no friends, and I'm gonna get into this the reason why I have no friends, right? But I'm gonna start off by saying like I was one of those people like growing up, I never really had friends. I never really had people that I could just call and be like, hey, yo, you want to come over to my crib? You want to chill up? You want to smoke a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I never been that type of person. You feel me? Um, During high school, right, was probably the time I had the most amount of friends, and I could honestly say like when I say friends, I mean like associates who I hang out with a lot. So, for example, after school we would play ball a lot, or during school, we all had like the common anime where we was into anime, or we would watch like shows like The Flash and shit like that was popular at the time. We was very into hip hop. We was into stuff like that. So I made a couple bonds and a couple friendships like through that phase, right? But I'm gonna tell you like this. A lot of times we think people are our friends and we think people are gonna be in our lives forever, and then in a moment's notice they be going like that. You know what I'm saying? I called somebody at one time in that period of time. I used to call this guy my best friend, right? And I'm not gonna hold you. Like I thought we was gonna be cool for the rest of our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to hang out all the time. I used to go to his crib all the time. Like, he would like we would play ball all the time. Like we would talk like almost every single day. So it just seemed like, yo, I thought this dude was gonna be like my homie for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? But shit happened. I guess what happened was during graduation, when it was time to graduate from high school, he felt left out because he didn't do the necessary requirements he had to do to graduate. And when I was graduating, it almost seemed like he shunned me out. Like he shunned me, he pushed me to the side. He was like, you know what? Like he didn't even have a conversation with me for real. It was just more so like he just pushed me away. And I tried to keep contact and I tried to reach out. And I noticed he would ignore certain texts, he would ignore certain calls or whatever. I'm just like, okay, this is weird. You feel me? Like, and during that time, I had broke up with my ex at the time. We was together for about almost 2 years. That was very devastating. You know what I'm saying? Then I noticed over time, right after high school, right after everybody stopped going to this, there was this one particular park called Waterbury, right? And after school, we would go there to play ball all the time. But after graduation, everybody went their separate ways. Some people went to college, some people, go to work, et cetera, et cetera. And I noticed that over time, people just dissipate, separate, and it's been hard. It's hard trying to like get people back together or just be like, yo, let's hang out. This and that with the this person has work. This person's going to school. This person went out of town. They're living in whatever place, whatever state, and then now you just find yourself kind of like at ground zero. You got no friends. Now the reason I find it hard to make friends is like growing up. I always had this thing where wherever I went, it don't matter. Like I would always rub people the wrong way. I used to have this people pleaser kind of mindset because I never knew how to make friends. So I always will overcompensate. I always be like, hey, how you doing? And like, what I'm saying? I would always overstep and kind of like get out of my own comfort zone just to please other people. And I quickly learned that was not the way. I quickly learned that was not the way. But here's the thing, I learned that people only accepted me when I was an asshole. You feel me? People only accepted me when they felt like they couldn't get my energy and my presence. And then all of a sudden now they wanted to be cool with me. You feel me? And this struggle happened after college. It happened, you know what I'm saying? Like when I go to the gym, it happened in the workplace and stuff. I would notice like when I'm trying to be cool with people or cordial, like it would go nowhere. It would go nowhere. So like for the longest time, I used to get depressed because I really just had very very few to no friends. You know what I'm saying? I had my best friend that I met in college. You feel me? That's like the one person I used to talk to almost every day, and for a couple years, that was the only person I really used to talk to. But outside of that, it was really nobody I could really talk to. Obviously, you have your family members. Obviously, you have like, I have my brothers, but they're younger than me, and certain things they just can't understand because they haven't reached that level in life. You feel me? And since I'm the oldest, like my middle brother, like the one's closest to me in age, I'm about 9 years older than him. You feel me? So there's certain shit that he cannot relate to. Even if I talk to him about it, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, true," but he doesn't understand. You feel me? And everybody needs that self, that belonging. You feel me? That part of you that's like, damn, I really connect with this person. You feel me? So I used to search for that for the longest time. Then there was a point where I got really depressed in life. I think this is when the year of 2021 to 2022. I would say more recently, but I started to kind of like get more numb to it recently. But 2021 to 2022, this is where I really like went out my way. I approached like at least 100 people just to talk, just to get my conversational skills up. Because honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a little bit of an introvert individual. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm a little bit more, I could be extroverted at times, and I could be like, like if the situation calls for it, I could be extrovert. But the thing is, I'm more of an introvert personality. So I'm more like, I'm not gonna really talk to people just to talk about nothing. Like we're not gonna just talk about the weather. We're not gonna just talk about stupid shit just to please you. You feel me? But at the same time, that's how most people make friends. So I had to get over that. I had to kind of get accustomed to small talk and stuff like that. But what I also noticed that, right, is that in this world, we live in an evil ass world, bro. And a lot of people think that quiet people are somehow the enemy. So they will literally treat you like less than a human just because you're quiet. You feel me? You will almost get stepped on in certain places, like corporate workplaces. Um, as far as like gym, any social gathering place, if people see that you're quiet, more reserved, unless you're a really like handsome individual or like somebody who has really like pre-select value, a lot of times you get left over, you get pushed over, and people don't really want to interact with you. So this is where I face a problem because this is where I used to face a problem because I always wanted that friendship. I always wanted to get along in a certain group and belong to a like kind of like a group of individuals where we could share collective mindsets. You feel me? Um, but this never was the case growing up. Growing up, I was always kind of like outcast just because of my shyness and just because of I don't really talk that much. So I learned to step out of my box a little bit. And then here's part two of this. The part two was that when you there's two things. When you're that quiet person that becomes more extrovert, people who know you as that quiet person, they try to shun you down. They try to keep you as that quiet person because they're so used to dealing with you a certain way that when you express your feelings and thoughts, they're like, "Oh no, I can't take it. No, mm-mm. Like this is not what I'm used to." And people will literally try to put you back in that box, right? Even family members. I've seen this time after time. Then is another thing, right? Where in certain cases you will be like socially awkward, you know what I'm saying? Like because you don't have enough practice or whatever and this and that. But that's not really the case. More so it's like what I really wanted to say is that there's another part too. When you're trying to get out of that shell and when you're trying to like meet new people, understand the world is full with a lot of assholes. So people will kind of see you trying, and because they see you trying to make an effort, they will push you down. They will really okay, I'm not going to say everybody. I'm going to say for the most part, a lot of people will see you making an effort to try to make friends and be quote unquote fit in, and they will literally like try to shun you out, and they will literally like almost outcast you in a way to the point where you feel like, damn, I'm doing a disservice because I'm trying to get to know these people and they're not trying to get to know me, or they're not trying to like really work with me as far as communication wise. And you got to understand this, the part that they don't tell you about this is the world is full of assholes. In order to succeed in this world, you got to be an asshole, right? So I took it as okay, if people, I'm not gonna beg people to be my friend. You feel me? After I went through that whole pleaser phase, it got to a point where I got really upset. I got really upset. I thought about suicide a couple times, and I actually tried it. I was unsuccessful, but I actually tried it. And after I tried that attempt, swallow a few pills or whatever, after I tried that attempt, it made me realize, damn, like there's more to life. Like why am I making these people have such an effect on my life? If they don't want to be a part of my life, why do I care so much? And that's what made me shift my whole mindset. It took suicide to change my whole mindset. Not recommending that you try it, but I'm just saying that's that's what happened for me, right? So the next day, I literally stopped giving a fuck what people think, because I was like, there's no way you're gonna drive me to this point. I'm gonna try to kill myself just because people don't like me. So literally, I noticed a shift, right? When I stopped caring, other people started caring. This might not make sense to the people pleasers out there, right? But it's part of this law of attraction bullshit that that's in the universe. For some reason, people like people that don't care. You know what I'm saying? The quickest way to get a girl, or the quickest way to get somebody to like you, is to not really care about the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So boom, I noticed it. I'm going up to like my coworkers, whatever. I'm working with my coworkers, right? And usually I'm the person who's always asking a billion fucking questions, trying to get to know them and start conversation. This time, I literally just stayed in my own energy. I'm reading my book. You know what I'm saying? I'm writing I write music, so I write in my notepad and stuff like that. And literally, if people try to talk to me, I let them talk to me, but I don't really like give more than I need to. You feel me? This kind of changed my perspective on life, because it made me two things. It made me comfortable being alone. It made me more comfortable being alone, in a sense of I'm good with my own energy now, so I don't really care if I make friends like that. Number two, I realized that most friendships are not really friendships. When I observe people, I realize that most times when they talk about certain things, they're really just trying to exchange personal information, and a lot of people use that information to get leverage over you. So, for example, if you're at the workplace and you're talking to a coworker, right, and you happen to be sad, say you're sad, right, and you be like, "Damn, I'm really not having a good day. I'm just like under the weather," or something like that, right? They'll be like, "Damn, what happened to you?" Like they'll act fake concerned and stuff like that. And you tell them, "Man, my mother passed away, and like this just happened this weekend. It's that with you, this and that, right?" They'll give you a concerning ear, right? They'll be like, "Damn, I really consult with you. Like, I really understand what you're going through." And then when you turn your back, they're gonna tell every single coworker what just happened. Did you know such and such his mother passed away? Did you know news since his mother passed away? Yeah, like, and I heard she was da 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 da, like she was on drugs or some shit. Whatever you decide to tell them, they will tell everybody. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, like, when you fiend to have friends and stuff like that, this is what you got to understand that you're getting into. Just because people are quote unquote cool with you, or just because you talk with people, doesn't mean they're your friend. Meaning doesn't mean they have your best interests at heart. Let the things happen naturally. Life became better when I started letting things happen naturally. When I stopped giving a fuck, it wasn't necessarily me stop trying. It was me, like, I would still go and talk to people, right? But I'm not caring about the outcome no more. That energy presents itself, and it allows people to connect with you a lot more. So I'm gonna say this. I haven't necessarily I haven't necessarily made new friends per se, but I do have people that actually genuinely like to talk to me now. You feel me? And now it's different, because before I used to kind of like feed off of their energy and be so like in tune to what they want and how they feel about me. And then once I stopped caring, it was almost as if the roles were inversed. They want to know more about me. Now they're like, damn, what's going on with your life? And you kind of remain a mystery. Yeah, you kind of remain a little bit of a mystery. The last piece that I'm gonna give you guys, right, is like being comfortable with yourself first and foremost. If people are not talking to you, people are not coming up, approaching you, or telling you whatever, right? Being comfortable with yourself is the most powerful key because people could smell that confidence on you, right? And not only that, it can attract people to you. But if it doesn't, just know that you're good with yourself. And that's the part that I was missing. I was missing that for so long. I was so used to giving my energy to other people that I never actually considered, wait, maybe I should be comfortable with myself. Maybe I should take myself out on dates instead of asking girls if they want to go on a date. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should read more books. Maybe I should invest more into myself, go into the gym more, and like just working on my health, working on my mental health more. That way I could be a stronger person and I don't have to need people, right? So I'm gonna tell you like this. Long story short, I'm not telling you that if you don't care about people or if you stop trying so much that you will attract everything that you want. It's a possibility. It's a greater possibility, yes. But I will tell you this, right? The less you stop caring, the more you find inner peace. Um, so I'm 24 years old right now. I'm about to be 25 in a couple months, probably like 3 months. Um, I'm gonna say like this: I found inner peace. I found more of an inner peace after the whole incident, and I feel good. I feel good. Will I gain friends in the future? Who knows? I have people that I'm cool with. I have a few people that I talk to. My best friend. Um, like I got a couple people from the gym, some girls that I know. You know what I'm saying? So like, I have a circle, and I realize that when people come into your life, sometimes like you don't always have to. You don't have to be thirsty. Just let things happen naturally. And that's about it, man. But I'm gonna tell you the real reason why I don't have friends, though. Long story short, is because I'm quiet. That's it. I'm gonna just wrap it up like that. I'm just because I'm quiet. When you're quiet, you are a target. You don't realize this, but your energy, you're a target because people cannot figure you out. The reason people don't like quiet people is because they're mysterious. If I can't tell what's going on in your mind, then a lot of times it makes people uneasy. People don't know what angle to hit you from. People don't know what's going to trigger you. People don't know if they can play with you or not. And most times when they feel like they can't play with you or they can't like outmaneuver you or something like that, they'll leave you alone. Hence why most of you probably have no friends. I would say as a solution to this, like literally find you a hobby. For me, it's writing music, making music. Also these videos too. Sometimes I make these videos whenever I think too much or like I need to get some thoughts out. And share your thoughts, man. Like do something productive. And before you know it, bro, like all that shit you was thinking about, all the shit that was in your head, it'll be nothing, bro. At the end of the day, bro, we all live in this world and we all have to find a way to maneuver through all these obstacles that we face in life. Either you're gonna let it like conquer you or you're gonna let it consume you, or you're just gonna keep rolling with the punches and become a stronger person. But besides that, that's it for the video. Hope this helps somebody. I hope this helped one of you guys. If nobody sees this video, cool, but it was something that was on my chest and I had to kind of get it out. So, peace.